My name is Benedict Osu. A very good morning to you wherever you are. Welcome to the sports segment here on AM Show. Well, today is a day that we'll see if Lionel Messi will be able to, help his side Argentina get to the World Cup. And also, Cristiano Ronaldo, can he also propel Portugal to qualify for another World Cup? Well, tonight we'll see that as well. Also, we'll talk about the Black Starlets team at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. The Black Stars are in action later today. They play an international friendly with Saudi Arabia in Riyadh. We'll also talk about that, and we'll look at the other World Cup qualifiers. Some will be played in Europe as well as the CONMEBOL. Already qualified, Brazil will be up against Chile. We'll bring you a preview of that. But we have to start from the Black Starlets because they must win their last group game on Thursday to stand any chance of progressing to the next stage of the ongoing FIFA Under-17 World Cup in India. Now, Ghana lost their second group game against the USA yesterday, a match they should have won considering the chances created. Now, Coach Fabin insists his side can still make it despite their failure to convert chances created yesterday.
The last time we played, we worked on goal scoring throughout the session before this match. So, I don't know, maybe we have to keep working on it, and then maybe when we get our acts together, because if you have seen this match, if you do, we could have won this game by a wider margin because we had so many chances and we blew them. And in this kind of games, if you mess up chances, you get punished, and we were really punished. Maybe it has a factor, but then we have trained physically. We are very strong, except that when you are physically strong and you get the advantage and you don't take it. We're going to prepare. Now it has become critical that we have to win at all costs to get the qualification ticket. So we are going to work more on goal scoring because we create the chances and we don't take them. So we need to keep working on goal scoring, and then maybe when we get it right, the goals will flow.
So that was Black Starlets coach Fabin speaking after his side's 1-0 defeat to the United States of America. So what it means is that they must win their last good game against India, host nation, to book qualification to the next stage of the competition. If they had won against the USA, that would have been it. They would have qualified to the next stage of the competition. So what it also means is that the USA, by virtue of winning yesterday's game, are through to the next stage of the competition. That's the quarterfinals of the ongoing FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Well, to bring us more perspective on Ghana's performance and what the team must go going forward, we speak to Awudu Isaka, who was a member of the 1995 Starlets team. Thanks so much, sir, for joining us, and a very good morning to you. I'm sure yesterday you saw the game. Your assessment of the team's performance?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yes, Audu, thanks so much. I was asking yesterday, I'm sure you saw the game, your assessment of the team's performance.
Yes, thank you, sir. Yesterday, I watched the game, and I think it wasn't bad. Only we defeat on 2-1 and 1-0. So the guys, they did their best. But football sometimes is win, draw, or lose. So just a little mistake, and so we have to correct our mistakes. That's all.
This was a free-scoring team. At the Africa Cup of Nations, the African Junior Championship, which was played in Gabon, they were scoring 4, they were scoring 5. Do you think that probably maybe there's a bigger stage and that's why some of these players are not able to live up to the expectation?
The Ghanaian team, what we are doing is we are playing, I don't know, it's like 4-4-2. So sometimes if you play 4-4-2, you can't win like the way this time they change the information. Sometimes some people are playing 3 back.
Okay.
And sometimes 5 midfielders. 5 midfielders. But for now, Ghana is not playing like that. And even I don't even know how the information they are playing. And I think the coach has to change the selection a little bit, because if you watch the striker, he's always alone.
Eric, you mean?
Yes, he's always alone. He's always alone. And the coach has to bring another striker, so that the combination will be two of them. They can move both left and right. But That is the main problem I saw yesterday.
Can we still qualify to the next stage of the competition?
Come again?
I'm asking if you feel, by virtue of what you've seen, you feel we can qualify to the next stage of the competition?
Oh, that's 100%. Ghana is going to qualify. But from this India, we are going to play against India.
Yeah.
India, Ghana will score them. But after that, we have to be careful, because if you watch some of the teams, the football they are playing is not easy. They are playing very, very good games. You can watch them. They play academic standards. So the Ghana team are not doing that well. So we have to talk to them so that they will know that what they are doing is not. We are not there for joking. They have to fight.
Okay. So in terms of what they are doing, what different things were you guys doing then, and that you are not seeing in this very team?
Come again, the voice. Hello?
I hope you can hear me.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I was asking that, what different things were you guys doing that worked for you in 1995 that this very team are not doing in India?
Okay, if you watch their team, you can't see any playmaker. And our time, we play work play. And we know ourselves very well. And if you watch this team, I think they brought another 7 people. So you can see that they are struggling. But our time, we love ourselves. We stay long. We know each other. And we have a playmaker. But this time around, it's not like that. So everything has changed. That is how I think we are getting problems.
Okay. Audu, thanks so much for your time this morning. So that was Audu Isaka, former Ghana Youth International, played for the Black Starlets at the 1995 edition of the World Cup, and he became a household name here in Ghana. Thanks so much for your time. We'll do more on the Black Starlets later, but away from the Black Starlets, well, their senior colleagues as the Black Stars will be in action tonight in an international friendly with Saudi Arabia in Riyadh. Now, Coach Kwesi Appiah is expected to use the game to try more players in his quest to build a team for future games and competitions.
Nobody is out of the national team. Everybody is part of the national team. Just that at a particular time, you need to get some players to stand in for you also to watch them. I know it's only me. All Ghanaians should be able to have a look at the player. If Rabiu is not there, we should always have confidence and say, oh, Abbas came in and he's doing well. All what I'm talking about is about making sure we don't depend on very few, And for me, I keep saying it's about Ghana in future. It's not about Ghana now. How do you get to the future if you don't build it now? Or should I wait till 2018 to start inviting new players? No, this is the time you invite new players. By the middle of next year, you should stop invitation of new players and concentrate on those that you've invited, those you think can perform, those you think can stand in and win the 2019 competition for you. At the end of the day, there are so many of the players that we know what they can do. Every Ghanaian knows them, they know what the capabilities they have. So do we still keep looking at the same people every time? We need to understand and support the cause. 2018, every Ghanaian should be bold to say, oh, look, every position we have 3 competent players there.
So that's our build-up to the game that the Black Stars will play later today with Saudi Arabia. It's a FIFA international game and will be played in Riyadh. We'll bring you more of that later here on the JoyNews channel. We have to talk the World Cup qualifiers because the Black Stars were in action in the World Cup qualifiers. That was some few days ago against Uganda, withdrew, and Egypt defeated Congo to book qualification to the tournament since 1990. Well, for the other teams or other countries in the other parts of the world, in Europe, yes, teams are trying to see if they can qualify. Defending champions Germany already qualified, England as well. And yesterday, Iceland also booked qualification to the tournament. Germany, defending champions, have also qualified. And when you come to the CONMEBOL, where it's always so interesting when it comes to the qualifiers, Brazil already have booked qualification with 3 matches to spare. Well, tonight they come up against Chile in a big game for Chile. That's going to be a big test for them. Chile are also hoping to book qualification to the tournament, as well as Colombia and Peru. So what's going to happen in that very game is that, well, Argentina will play, and in their game they will be hoping that results in the Colombia and Peru game will go their favor. So if they're able to win their game, then they will book automatic qualification to the tournament. If not, they would have to go through the playoffs. And the playoffs, you have New Zealand. They are waiting for the team that will place 5th in the CONMEBOL qualifiers. So we've got preview of those two games for you: Chile, Brazil, as well as the Colombia and Peru game.
Chile trained in Sao Paulo ahead of a make-or-break World Cup qualifier against Brazil. The South American champions gave their Russia 2018 hopes a massive boost with a 2-1 win over Ecuador in their penultimate qualifier. But in their 18th and final match, they face a Brazil side already through to the tournament in Russia, but with an impressive record of never having lost at home in a World Cup qualifier. It's not just history that's against Chile, though. Several permutations could see Juan Antonio Pizzi's side squeezed out of qualification, although even a defeat to Brazil might not end their chances depending on other results. Brazil have already qualified comfortably but will want to see out their campaign with a good performance in front of their own fans. Second place Uruguay need only a point at home to lowly Bolivia to earn automatic qualification. That leaves just 2 more places plus a spot in an inter-confederation playoff against New Zealand. Peru, currently 5th in the table and a point behind Chile, entertain Colombia, joined 3rd with Chile in their final match. A win for either side would take them above La Roja, even if Chile can hold Brazil to a draw. Then there's Argentina, who go into the final round outside the qualification places. They will be away at Ecuador, who cannot qualify. Even Paraguay can steal a place in the finals, or at least a playoff place if they can take 3 points from their final match at home against bottom nation Venezuela. The Chileans, meanwhile, will be without Bayern Munich midfielder Arturo Vidal, who is suspended. Bayer Leverkusen midfielder Charles Aranguiz is a doubt due to a calf tear, which saw him miss the win over Ecuador. Colombia rounded out their preparations for a crucial final World Cup qualifier against Peru in Lima on Tuesday. A dramatic late defeat to Paraguay in Barranquilla has left Colombia 4th in the South American group and in danger, depending on theirs and other results, of missing out on the final day. The Colombians will be without Christian Zapata in Lima after the defender was sent off in the penultimate qualifier against Paraguay. Jose Peckerman's men have a decent record away from home in the qualifiers. In 8 games, they have 3 wins, 2 draws and 3 defeats. The last time these two nations met in Lima was 5 years ago, with Colombia winning 1-0 courtesy of a James Rodriguez goal. Colombia also beat Peru 2-0 in the first match of the 2018 qualifying process 2 years ago. But the stakes are infinitely higher, with Peru also in with the chance of qualifying. They currently occupy the playoff place and are a point behind 4th place Colombia and Chile in 3rd.
So some mouth-watering encounters to expect later tonight in the CONMEBOL qualifiers as well as the European qualifiers. So for the CONMEBOL qualifiers, we've already seen a preview of that game that will be played between Brazil and Chile, as well as Ecuador, Argentina. It's also happening. Argentina must win this game to book a place at next year's World Cup, which will be held in Russia. Also, we have Paraguay, Venezuela this evening, and Peru, Colombia, as well as Uruguay and Bolivia. For the European qualifiers, we're going to have France, Belarus, as well as Luxembourg, Bulgaria. The Netherlands will come up against Sweden. They are really struggling, the Netherlands, and Hungary, Faroe Islands, as well as Latvia, Andorra. Then there will be Portugal, Switzerland, as well as Belgium, Cyprus, and Estonia will come up against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Now, we have to talk world football, and it's the Ballon d'Or, the 2017 Ballon d'Or nominees. The nominees were actually revealed yesterday with all the top players in there. Well, Africa, I think we only have Aubameyang in it. Check it out.
The full 30-man Ballon d'Or shortlist has been revealed, with all the usual suspects named for the prestigious award. Real Madrid star and 2016 winner Cristiano Ronaldo is odds-on favourite for the accolade, after leading his club to yet another UEFA Champions League title, as well as the La Liga crown at the end of their last campaign. He won his 4th Ballon d'Or last year to move one behind Barcelona rival Lionel Messi. Tottenham Hotspur hotshot Harry Kane, who is fast achieving superstar status, joins the two in the 30-man list. Since Kane broke through at Tottenham in the 2014-15 season, he has scored 79 league goals in 108 matches, picking up 2 Golden Boot awards in the process. The English striker is one of 7 Premier League-based players included in the shortlist. Chelsea duo Eden Hazard and PFA Player of the Year N'Golo Kante are named, as well as Manchester United's David De Gea, City's Kevin De Bruyne, as well as Liverpool duo Philippe Coutinho and Sadio Mane. Following their unprecedented back-to-back Champions League wins, Real Madrid have a total of 7 players in the list. CR7 is joined by Karim Benzema, Isco, Sergio Ramos, Marcelo, Toni Kroos and Luka Modric. 18-year-old Kylian Mbappe is the youngest player in the shortlist and the only teenager. He is named alongside PSG teammates Neymar and Edison Cavani.
So we have two players from Africa. That's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who is from Gabon and plays club football for Borussia Dortmund, and Sadio Mane from Senegal plays club football for Liverpool in the English Premier League. That's how we end sports this morning. I'm Benedict Owusu. Thanks so much for your company. We are back tomorrow with more sports news. Until then, follow us on Twitter. It's at Joy Sports GH. On Facebook, you find us at Joy Sports. And you can also read more sports stories for yourself when you get to the My Joy online sports page. Have a wonderful day.